Very, very tight on those execution scores for the entire championships.
Well, it's the same judging panel for every gymnast. She set the benchmark. Jessica Gil Ortiz from Colombia, 19 years old, second World Championships.
She also has some huge tumbling. Look at this, double straight somersault to within a centimetre of the edge of the floor. Oh dear.
Well, we'll get the coach, physios and what have you in straight away. That was a nasty, nasty fall. Looks like she's just taken obviously a few deep breaths, but well, while we get the physios in and what have you, we'll just take a moment to back to Beth. And extraordinary.
Just brings back to reality, doesn't it, of the hugely difficult skills these gymnasts are performing.
And the margin for error.
Absolutely.
Very, very tiny.
Absolutely. But there's the medical team there, lots of doctors, very experienced.
Great concern from everybody, including Beth. Well, this isn't obviously what we hoped for in this final, but we've got a question from Eden, looking at the email. I'm new to gymnastics, he says. How does the scoring system work, and how do you actually decide the difficulty?
Well, the gymnasts choose the moves to put in their routine. Each move has a difficulty level. An A move has a 0.1, a D move 0.4, and then the judges take the 8 most difficult moves that the gymnasts perform for the girls and the 10 for the men and add those all up together to get your difficulty score. There's also other certain things that you have to include. You have to include on the floor a leap series for the girls, say, and if you do a leap series, you get a 0.5 for that. So it all adds up. There's 2.5 in those things you have to include, and then the other bit is open-ended. If you can do 8 E moves, then you've got 8 lots of 0.5.
Well, the gymnasts, you can see all the actions happening at the top of the floor arena. Got the stretcher in, I think she'll be taken out of the arena so that everyone obviously can turn their attentions to her.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we have a team there with them.
It's so upsetting for all of the gymnasts here when something like this goes wrong, and
great experience,
so much training.
With over 20 years
Obviously,
in this sport.
With all of the training in the gyms, huge mats are used, so injuries cut down to a minimum, but here, when you're in competition, you can't slide in those big mats.
No, and she's obviously a gymnast who's performed this routine lots of times. She competed it well to make the final, so, you know, coaches don't include things that are usually at all dangerous. But even with the simplest moves, errors can creep in.
Obviously, it must shake all of the gymnasts here in this final. I'm going to put a neck brace on her and take her out of the arena. But very unsettling, of course, when all the gymnasts are waiting to come in. That's the last thing they want to be reminded of. She is moving around a little bit, so we can see a bit of movement going on. There's a neck brace going on as well, so.
It just says there, Matt, it shows you that of all the skills we've seen all week, the incidence of injury has been very low. You get ankles, wrists, and blisters and so on. So it says a lot that these coaches are preparing these gymnasts very well and very carefully. It's just a genuine accident.
Certainly in the years that I've been commentating, there's never been an incident like this. But she is moving. She moved straight away as well. Once she was up, she turned around and she did have movement.
Yes, but the precaution of making sure that she keeps still would be uppermost in the doctors' minds, I'm sure.
Of course, we'll get an update and keep you informed as soon as we hear the news. Such high expectation going into this final. The arena was buzzing at the start of it, and see, everybody now is just turned their attentions to the Colombian gymnast. Well, Rebecca Bross, she'll be the next gymnast to go. Well, Nadja Comaneci spoke to me earlier on. But clap goes up as she's put onto a stretcher. Jessica Gil Ortiz just...
Ladies and gentlemen, she has the very best care. That is Jessica Gil Ortiz.
John Aldridge there, doctor and surgeon for the British team. He's down the side of the floor area. This is his last World Championships. He's looked after the British team for many, many years. Such a